Hundreds of thousands of people get breast implant surgery every year, but there is a little known disease that affects some recipients. It's called breast implant illness, or BII. Here to help us understand what this is Lynne Harpst Koen, breast implant illness advocate and author. It's good to see you, Lynne.
Thank you.
Let's talk about what breast implant illness is. So in an individual who's received breast implants, from what I understand in reading your journey, is that you woke up one day and you just started not feeling well. It was kind of a gradual feeling of not being yourself anymore. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Well, yeah, I mean, the operative word there being gradual, it's something that it does come upon you over time. It's not like the flu where you wake up and you go, oh man, I'm not feeling well. No, it's just the symptoms, they sort of ease in and one by one, and then you just get sicker and sicker and you think, oh my gosh, what's happening with me? So then you go to the doctor and the doctor tells you you're fine, but you're not. So it's basically a process of elimination of, everything else been eliminated, then it's probably your implants.
Which is a very time-consuming process, I can imagine, and I want to talk about that in a little bit. But can you tell us when you received your breast implants?
Yeah, it was 1991, and I was in my early 30s back then, and just seemed like the thing to do. Oh boy.
So it wasn't for medical reason, it was just you wanted to improve how you felt about yourself and how you looked?
Yes, it was vanity over sanity.
And that's okay. People do it every single day and it's a personal choice. But when would you say you started feeling not well?
I would say I had my implants for 30 years. So I would say halfway through, at the roundabout, give or take, at the 15-year point, I started going downhill with the gut issues began first, and then the brain fog, forgetting things. I thought I was in early dementia. It just the muscle and joint pain and the migraines and just you name it, I got it. And it just was. That's how it all started.
Let me ask you, did you have silicone implants or were they saline?
Mine were silicone, 425 under muscle, 425 cc. I'm talking about under muscle. Yeah.
And so you made the decision finally to have them taken out. What was that just emotionally for you like?
Well, I mean, it's kind of strange because I had no idea what it was, what breast implant illness even meant, until one day I was watching Botched. Am I allowed to plug Botched? But anyway, there was a lady on and she was talking about her friend's journey with breast implant illness. And she was telling the doctors that she thought she had it as well. Long story short, they both did have it and they both did explant and they both got better. And I was watching it last year on my birthday, November 15th, 2019. And I was sick as a dog and depressed and sitting there on my couch with my dog. And I literally jumped out of my chair and I said, that's what I've got, so I made just myself.
Well, I want to learn more about what that process was like for you and the realization that you had breast implant illness. We do need to take a break. So when we come back, we'll talk about that after the commercial. Don't go anywhere. We've been talking about breast implant illness with Lynne Harpst Koen. She's a breast implant illness advocate, and she was just sharing her story about the day that she decided to have her breast implants taken out because she was not feeling well. And Lynne, when you did take them out, was there any sign of leakage?
Yeah, the surgeon found double rupture. Both of them had been ruptured for quite some time, and the silicone had leaked into my body, and he had to do a lot of scraping on the ribs and cauterization to get on the capsules were stuck. The capsule is it grows around the implants. It actually is a protective device that your body makes for itself to protect, but still if you've got implants, it's going to leak through, and implants are made of so many horrible, terrible chemicals and heavy metals, and it's a matter of time. It's bound to happen.
Right, of course. So is there any way to detect if you have a leak before a doctor has to go in there invasively to find it?
Unfortunately not. Sometimes they can find it by MRI, but it's not very reliable. It's mostly just, when the surgeon goes in actually and finds it when he's in there.
You've become an advocate in this field, and it sounds like BII is not something that is wholeheartedly being noticed or taken seriously. So what are you hoping that with your advocacy you accomplish, say, in the next years to come?
Well, we're very much trying to get, the FDA and big pharma and the medical community as a whole to realize and recognize it as an actual condition. I mean, it's not a disease like, your normal thing. And they all kind of tend to scoff a little bit because it is a elective type of thing. It's our choice. We did it to ourselves. And that's a lot of women punish themselves and beat themselves up about that. And I have to tell them every single day, we all did it. You're not alone. Do not punish yourself. It does no good whatsoever. We just want people to be aware. I was not warned. I was just said, my surgeon said, go have a good time with your new boobs, and that was that. And now we really want people to be forewarned, so now we want the medical community to recognize and I was at my doctor's office all the time. I had 32 breast implant illness symptoms, and she missed it, over the course of 15 years, like I was telling you, didn't even consider it to be the implants.
Lynn, that is overwhelming, 32. Well, you've written a book about it, and you are also in the works of writing another book to get other women's perspectives and experiences on paper. And I just want to thank you so much for sharing all of this information. I know a lot of our viewers are going to find this fascinating and would be interested in learning more. And for anyone who wants more information, where should they go?
The website is healingbreastimplantillness.com.
All right. Lynn, thank you so much for sharing your story. We'll be right back.